Okay. And the question that I asked you before we marked that exhibit was, do you have anything to add to your testimony with regard to the reports that were submitted and how that fits with no, that's not the right question. Do you have anything to add to your testimony with regard to the report that was provided by USC to Sargon Enterprises, or any of the two reports you've got there?
I'm totally appalled, actually. I'm very surprised. I am as a co-investigator, and I'm just as a dentist that I seek information. I'm appalled of what I'm seeing right now.
And the reason you're appalled is what?
Well, a year ago, first time I see these documents, okay? I see here that this report, January 99, if I go to give you one example, the last page, page 18, states the statistical analysis of microbiological data is not available now. Microbiological procedures are performed with no knowledge of clinical findings. Once all clinical measurements are available, statistical analysis can be completed. Microbiology summary by Dr. Nazari. Okay, let me go to about 11 months later, or 10 months later.
10 months later, are you now going to the second one that I gave you?
No, they go to the first one. It's the same thing. Well, this is, yeah, let's go to the first one. I was reading 3.
Okay. You were Exhibit 3, good.
Yeah.
The January,
let's go backward.
The July.
Yeah, let's go back now to January. I was reading July.
Okay.
Now let's read January.
Okay.
January, bottom page 9. January, the bottom of page 9.
Okay.
Still says statistical analysis of microbiological data is not available now. Microbiological procedures are performed with no knowledge of clinical data. Once all clinical measurements are available, statistical analysis can be completed. Microbiology summary to Dr. Nazari.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay. I've got to get down with it.
Okay.
You read so fast, I can't understand you.
What he read was exactly at the bottom of that page.
Why don't you repeat it, however?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I, for one, who is deeply interested in scientific knowledge and a co-investigator and who's been far away, I really want to know what's the results. 11 months later, you're giving me the same paragraph. Okay?
The paragraph that's saying that the statistical analysis of the biological data is not now available. Okay. So that's there in both reports?
No, I'm just telling you, I mean, I really wanted, I was reading this I didn't know that you have a number 3 report. Now, I have to tell you that I asked the question earlier and I looked for the answer from the results. The microbiological study was done only on 11 patients.
Okay.
That means 50% of the sample.
Okay.
I don't think it was done on 22. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it has to be verified. If that's the case, this data was available now almost 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Okay. Okay. And if we say that microbiology, immunology is so important to measure inflammation as a chemical mediator, so I, for one, want to know, was there inflammation after 1 week, 2 months, and 6 months? Now, if I look at this report, both reports, nowhere in any description of any of the patients, I have any data on the microbiological results.
Have you ever seen any data with regard to this study regarding the microbiological results?
I saw it in Monte Carlo.
Okay, when you say you saw it in Monte Carlo, was it in written form or was
It was presented.
Okay, and who presented that information?
Dr. Nazari.
Okay.
Very good study, by the way, and had positive results.
So at Monte Carlo, can you give me a time when that occurred?
April 98.
Okay, so in April of 1998, you were aware that there was favorable data regarding the
To be honest with you, I think the microbiological study was the research requirement of one of the graduate students from USC.
Okay, and
I'm not sure, but I am pretty sure because I saw her. She was collecting the data.
okay,
She's a Spanish doctor.
okay, and you saw her at USC collecting microbiome.
With every patient we treated.
Okay, and you'll have to let me finish because I know you're anticipating my question.
No, I'm not. Okay.
But that's okay.
All right.
So you saw, do you know the doctor's name? No.
No.
Okay. So you
No.
personally observed her collecting data. You heard Hassam Nazari present orally the data,
Correct.
but you've never seen a report regarding the data.
No.
Okay.
Except the proposals, but no results.
Okay. And when you say proposals, you're talking...
Right here.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay, that was an example that you gave me.
That example. I mean, it's very basic. It doesn't need much of intelligence, okay? Even attorneys can tell you that you have to stick to the format of the proposal. What I mean by that, I wanted, the proposals indicated that patients will be grouped. Well, they were grouped. Patient, there should be a measurement of gingivitis, 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, then 1 month, etc., etc. I expect to see that in these paragraphs, okay? I expect to see the date of implant placement surgically. I expect to see when the temporary provisional was placed, same day, of course. But the most important, the time between temporary or provisional and final restoration. Because if we do not do the final within 4 weeks, the implant is good, it's taken. And if we don't put the final in kind of appropriate time, 4 to 6 weeks, and just let the temporary attract bacteria, could attract inflammation. As a matter of fact, I noticed with interest here, a lot of interest to me, that some patients develop fistulas. And these fistulas, meaning little gum boils, and all of these fistulas resolved after cleaning, which means they were caused by cement from the provisional. However, I cannot claim that unless I see a date when the temporary was placed. Okay, that is lacking. So is lacking the analysis of, I already have 2 years here. I have data actually, I was just tabulating, I have only 2 patients, 11 months. Everybody else is more than almost the average. The mean, I would say the mean will be easy 15 to 16 months, a year and a half data. So, again, I needed this information as somebody who's very much interested in this data.